What's going on, everybody? How is everybody? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness. Happy Sunday, everyone. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Y'all float on in. Y'all come on in. Y'all hit the like button as you come on in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome on in. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? We're going to salute the chat. We got Thrive and Glow with Joe. Y'all heard what she said. Y'all hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you. Got my attorney, my bro, my day one. Kevin Corbin in the building. Salute to you, brother. It's always a pleasure. Selena, 3 times. How you doing, love? How you doing? And all you ghost watchers that's in the bushes, click the like button. Click it. Click. How was y'all Sunday? How y'all doing? What's going on? We know we're gonna have more people coming in. So y'all come on in. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all come on in anytime you want. I should have posted from the beginning. But can y'all hear me all right? Can y'all hear me all right? Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Or just say yes. Can you hear me? Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope everyone had a blessed. Is that music too loud? How's that? I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Hey, my bro, Lionel. What's going on, little bro? Salute to you. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that's close watching. I am so happy to be here with you guys on this wonderful Sunday. And turn it down some more? Okay. How's that? Is that all right? Is that good? Is that suffice? Happy Sunday. If you are just joining, man, y'all, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, man. If you have not subscribed to my sis and I Tap In podcast every Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Every Friday night. You missed a good one if you missed it this past Friday night. So, and we're going to give you a good show tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you a good show tonight. And I know you got, hey, you doing, Lisa? How you doing? Thank you for coming through. Great live you had today. Great live you had. Great live you had. Y'all go subscribe up to Lisa J. Stocks. Go subscribe up to Selena 3 times. Subscribe up to Thrive and Glow with Joe. You guys put your links in the chat. All right, so everybody can go subscribe up to you. And yeah. So I have an announcement. Okay, I have a couple announcements. All right. First of all, as we said this past Friday night, the Tap In podcast with myself, SBK, and It's Just ETV on April the 5th of this month. It's been a year since her and we've been doing lives together as a duo on here. So this coming Friday, we're going to celebrate it. We're going to celebrate it, which is going to be on the 17th. Am I saying that right? Yeah. I'm sorry, 18th. The 18th, which is this coming Friday. And so we're going to be celebrating that. So we want you guys to come on and join us, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to have a good old time. We're going to go over some great lives that we had in the past. We want to have you guys just join the panel and give your thoughts. Hey, Gisela, how you doing, love? Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Oh, you promoted? Okay. Yeah, y'all go subscribe up. Go subscribe up to Lisa J. Stocks and go subscribe up to Lena 3 times. Subscribe up to Lionel, my little brother, the Suggs verse. But as I was saying, we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate this coming Friday on the Tap In podcast. We're going to celebrate 8 years of being together on YouTube. And it's been a journey, and it's been a great journey. You know what I mean? And I want to say salute to her. She's out with the hubby on the vacation. And yeah, so if you're listening from the bushes, sis, we love you. And salute to your bro, to her hubby. And we're going to celebrate it big. You know what I mean? So y'all stay tuned. We'll do some cash giveaways. I'm gonna start doing cash giveaways next week. All right. On my end here on the SBK channel. So you guys just come on through. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to celebrate it big. That's the first news I want to give out. Second string of news I want to give out is on the 27th. The 27th of this month. That's a week after Easter. We are going to have I'm going to host here on the SBK channel. I'm going to host an all ladies panel. All right, all ladies panel. I want all you ladies to hop up on the panel, and we're going to just talk. I'm going to host it. I'm going to be throwing out some things, throwing out some questions. We're going to have a good old time. I had an all male panel before, but I want to have an all ladies panel on the 27th of this month. All right, so we're going to do it big. All right, all you ladies, you guys need to come up and mark it on your calendar. You're going to be here. And I'm going to start promoting. I'm going to start promoting that now. Okay, so all you ladies come through. All right, you guys come through, and I want you guys to hop on the panel. Let's have a good old time. No men allowed. The men are going to troll. I know my boy Lionel. He is the he's going to troll you ladies. So all you ladies, this is going to be your day. All right, on the 27th. I'm already geared up towards it. I'm already preparing for it. The next couple weeks, man, is going to be very, 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 very exciting. Okay, so on the Tap In podcast this coming Friday, we're going to be celebrating a year anniversary for Tap In. And then on the 27th, we are going to be I'm going to be hosting an all ladies panel. No men allowed. So you guys get off what you need to get off. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a great time. All right. So you guys mark your calendar, all right? It's going to be a great day. All right. So I got somebody in the back chat that's already in the back chat. But I got the link dropped if anybody wants to join. I'm going to be talking about I got some things that I got planned to talk about, but first, I got somebody in the back chat. I hope she's ready. She got her head down. Ready or not, here she comes. You better be ready. I'm gonna. So I'm putting her up here. Look, behind the golden show.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. So. What's going on, CKJ? What's up with it, brother? What's going on? What's going on? Now, sweet Rita, how you doing, love? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys. Thank you. So, we got the lovely T-Cat in the house. Hey, love, the Pillow Princess, aka the Pillow Princess. So, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Joe,
Yes, sir.
Joe, ma'am. You surprised the hell out of me. And let me tell you what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This young lady on the, I had my mouth open and everything, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, you know what I mean?
That's too short.
Correct. So, you are
if you
absolutely.
Call me and say.
Wait. You give it. Wait. Y'all see how she just. We're gonna give you. I want to show them first, okay? I want to show them first.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady up here has surprised me, and I'm gonna show you what she has surprised me with. Look at all this. What is all this here? What is this here? Who is that young man right there? Can y'all see that? We got Samoa Gorilla and Joe.
We look so good.
Yeah. And who is this? Who is this young lady you with? Who is this right here?
The beautiful queen.
Beautiful. 3 times. Selena, 3 times. What is going on here? Got another. And look at all this. All 3 of them. All 3 of them, ladies and gentlemen. All 3 of them. What is going on here? And then look at here. Look, who is this dude right here?
a gorgeous man.
X. Got the 2 Cent podcast in the building, and we got the Selena 3 times. Boy, I tell you, they shocked the hell out of me. We were having a podcast. We thought, what's going on? He just popped up. Y'all shocked the hell out of me, bro. I was just thinking that Samoa Gorilla was just going to pop up on the panel and he was out and about. Then all of a sudden, there's Selena 3 times in the picture. Then all of a sudden, he pans it over, and there is Thrive and Glow with Joe. Selena says y'all had a wonderful time. Would you like to? The floor is now yours, man. How was y'all's night? Friday night. How was that?
It was a great time. It was a really great time, honestly. I appreciate you because I wouldn't know any of them if it wasn't for you. But man, you just tell me it was an hour before and it's like, hey, 9:30. I was moderating and everything, but I just kept moderating while I was getting dressed to run out the door.
Right.
I'm ready.
Right.
Great.
So where's this place y'all went to? I just want to know.
It was downtown. I was so thankful and I know Selena was thankful because you usually got to pay to park downtown.
Right.
But the Samoan came in clutch, parked us, told us exactly where to go for free parking, and it was maybe a block away, and it was right there. It was really good. It was really nice place. It was karaoke, bar and grill. It was a lot of fun. And he had some other friends of his there too, along with, and it was a great karaoke night.
Yeah, really I saw that. I forgot to put that in the what you call it. I was going because
I did get X on karaoke. I didn't show you, but
you did?
X did some karaoke. We did some dancing. We did some, we were the dance queens and backup dancers in the background. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
Selena says that my little bro was a perfect gentleman.
Oh yes, both of them were.
Man, I'm proud of that dude, man. Been knowing that dude for a long time, and he's a stand-up guy, man. You know what I'm saying? And always has been. So I'm glad you guys had fun.
No surprises either. I was telling my girl, I said, there's some people who come on social media and they put up a front and they, put up filters and whatever, but it was like I knew him, it was like I knew him because
it's like you never missed a beat, huh?
Right, because she walked in, I knew exactly who she was. She's real the way she is online. That's who she is. And so is Samoan. NX, they have their podcast. Let me put that. And I just continued to moderate. I was moderating.
Yeah, y'all go subscribe up to all Thrive and Glow with Joe. All three four, I should say. All four content creators were met this past Friday. Thrive and Glow with Joe, the 2 Cents You Cause It podcast. Selena 3 times. They all came in clutch. So I felt like I missed out on a lot of fun. But
it was fun.
But yeah, I'm going to catch up.
The next time.
Yeah, I'm going to catch up.
We made it do it again this Friday.
Oh Lord. Oh my God. So but yeah, y'all look great, man. One more time for those of you that didn't see it. For those of y'all that didn't see it, I'm going to show it again. Joe and here we go. There we go.
I do want to mention, I'm going to drop their link for their podcast, but these gentlemen are real. Their podcast, they're real.
Yep.
And they're true,
Yep.
So I do suggest y'all go listen to their podcast. It's great.
Yep.
And,
Yep. There's X. There's the co-host or one of the hosts of the 2 Cents You Cause It podcast. Man, them dudes are the real deal. And you got the lovely Selena 3 times. Yeah, y'all did it big. I see it. I see it. Well, you guys go subscribe up to all of them. All right. So, without further ado, we're going to get into something. Like I said, I should have dropped the link from the top, but I didn't. So forgive me. So I'm just going to drop it again. But we're going to be getting into something. I'm surprised that nobody's really keep the drinks flowing. It was a great time. I hear you. Yeah, y'all go subscribe up to 2 Cents podcast, 2 Cents You Cause It podcast. Go subscribe up to Selena. Y'all go hit them up. You know what I mean? So we are not haters.
I had some shots I had never had before, by the way. I don't even remember what the names were, but they were good shots.
Well, it was either you or Selena was saying that y'all had some type of tea shots or something like that. Tea or something like that. Green tea shot.
And I didn't pay attention. I just took it.
Okay. You just took it, yeah, huh? So, but anyways.
Pause.
Oh my God. Green tea shots.
Oh really?
I knew I read it. I know I read it from you, Selena. It was green tea shots. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to try that whenever I see y'all. So a party's not a party until SBK comes through. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Country boy is good to best. I'm just saying. But anyways, look here. I want to bring something to y'all's attention, and I'm gonna drop the link. T-Cat, you better bring your butt up here because I want to hear all of y'all. I want y'all's opinion. Okay. We all know, I know y'all have heard of it, but I haven't heard any content creators talk about it. But y'all all heard about Usher going on tour, right? Y'all heard about the anti, right? Okay. So you didn't hear about it? Well, I want y'all to listen up. So I'm gonna share this, and I want y'all's opinion. All right. all you aunties out there, you know what I'm saying? If you aunties, well, we're going to talk to. Hey, DR, how you doing, love? Thank you for coming through. Thank you. But I want to share this with you guys, and we're going to let's get to it. All right, here we go. Where am I at? Let's get to it. Where am I at? All right, here we go.
Is how do I get started trading?
We got a commercial going on. Hold on. Let's do it in the commercial. All right, here we go.
By watching YouTube tutorials.
Hold on. So y'all remember Auntie, right? You know, the woman that lusted over Usher at the concert, embarrassed her man in the process? Well, come to find out, her husband filed for divorce.
A 45-year-old woman was at that Usher concert sitting on the front row. As normal, that's where the trap at. And she was so provocative. And the things she was doing, guess what her husband say? It's over with, I want a divorce. The husband saying all the time, all the years they've been together, I'm assuming they've been married a long time. That man said she ain't never treated him like that out in public.
Video. So if you guys have not seen this viral video of Usher's most recent concert in which this older woman lost her mind, I'm basically going to show it to you guys. But apparently, in regards to this whole situation, her actual husband filed for divorce from her based off of his show. So here we can see, that Usher is kind of like seducing this person, obviously based off of the interaction that she was showcasing him. He obviously thought it was okay. She's, saying all these things. I basically like, oh boy, you don't know what I'll do. Kind of situation. I cannot play it because she's singing the song and there's lyrics going on and stuff like that. But here they are. Basically, he's serenading her, and this woman is acting like she's having a conniption. First of all, when I initially saw this clip, because there's more that I have to play, I was getting secondhand embarrassment. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was getting secondhand embarrassment. When you kind of have to peek through the fingers to kind of look at it, because it's like a train wreck. Like you just can't help but keep watching, but you so desperately want to look away.
Okay, now hold on. Let me stop this for a thing. So, Selena is right, because I did some research on this. And Selena is right. She said she wasn't married. She went on a radio station and said she was not legally married. That is right. But still, I still want to take the concept, even if she was. All right. And we got men in the chat. I want you guys, I want you ladies, I want your honest opinion. Now I actually got the footage, you know what I mean, of him actually, doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? So how would you men feel if you were married and said singer, said performer, your wife was on the front row and said performer was doing this? All right. Now, like I said, she claims that she's not married. That's what she claims. She's not married. So, but let me actually play the footage of the whole thing. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on. I got it somewhere. Where's that? And it will not pull up. It will not pull up. I don't know why it's showing that. But anyways, you get the point. I think girl here actually plays it though. But anyways, I can't find it. But how would y'all feel, men, if your wife was at a concert and the narrative was that the man said that she never shows that type of affection at the house, right? Never showed that kind of affection at the house, and yet still went out in public and did that. Now, like I said, Selena said Usher not even attractive. He has no mustache. We'll get into that, Selena. We'll get into that. And then Sweet Rita says the same thing, right, Selena? He looks like a little boy. I believe the man. Here's Lionel, I'm tending to kind of like go with your way because I saw her on the newscast and she claims up and down she's not married, that she's not, and all this type of stuff, but I don't know. But that's what came out. But I want you guys' opinion. Now, Joe, you understand the gist of the situation? You know what I mean? So you got a guy like Usher, who in a lot of ways is a sex symbol. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the wrong link. I did. I dropped the wrong link. Joe, you said I dropped the wrong link.
That's what T-Cat said. She said that was the YouTube link.
Oh. So, all right, here we go. So, there we go. So, I want you guys' opinion. What do you think, Joe? So, if you're, let me ask you. Okay, Joe, I'm gonna tell you this story here. If you think that I don't pay attention, but I remember your mom and dad. I visited your mom and dad. Your mom and dad told me a story of your mom and dad going to a Gloria Estefan concert, right? We got somebody at the back door. It's gonna be pause. What's going on, Ro?
Hey now, how you doing?
How you
hey
doing?
Joe,
Hey, Ro.
looking beautiful.
Thank you.
Did I miss anybody? Oh, Susanna, how you doing, love? Thank you for coming through. I'm sorry. Who else has come through? DR's in the chat.
Hey DR.
How you doing? Ron says I'm not risking it all for Usher either.
Hi, Delonia. I haven't said hi to her.
So anyway, I remember your mom and dad were actually telling me the story of them going to a Gloria Estefan concert. All right. If you guys don't know who Gloria Estefan is, she's the same. If I can reach higher, and she also sings. The rhythm is gonna get you. Rhythm's gonna get you. Rhythm is gonna get you. You know what I mean? So I remember your mom saying that your dad was trying to get up on the stage. You know what I mean? So, but your mom seemed like she didn't have an issue with that, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? But your dad was a big fan of Gloria Estefan. Gloria Estefan is probably, Gloria Estefan is kind of on the level of Selena, not Selena three times, not our Selena that's in the chat, but Selena, the mega Hispanic Mexican superstar that passed on years ago. And by the way, they denied her the lady that took her away. They denied her. Her parole. Right. So anyway,
Already, I was praying on that one.
Are you?
That woman, yeah, she needed to be in jail because that woman was a nice woman and she was coming up, you know what I'm saying? And, and just took her out, for no reason because she's jealous because she's so beautiful, And
then she was stealing money from
yeah, I know, stealing money and stuff, being a crook. Yeah, your ass needs to be under the damn jail.
I don't think she ever gonna get out. But anyway, so I remember your dad telling a similar story, right? Okay, your dad and your mom told me a similar story. So, anyways, I want you ladies and the folks in the chat. Now, Selena already said she don't feel like he's attractive, but Usher is, he's up there in age, man. He's around my age. Even though he doesn't have a mustache, Selena. Diesel, what's going on, bro? Y'all go subscribe up to my bro, Diesel, the motivated trucker. That's my bro. So what do y'all think? What do you ladies think about that? Joe, what do you think about that? Would you, if you had a man that did the same thing as this woman, let's just say I know you like. Let me see. Singers that you like. You like several singers. So if a man did that, would you feel sometimes?
Let me ask. I have a question because I don't know the whole backstory. I'm assuming they probably lived together and they're not legally married.
But she said that she's not married. All right, but rumor has it the whole internet said that she was married and that her husband left her and filed for divorce. But she said that's not true. But me and Lionel seem to kind of feel like that's cap. You know, that's cap. You know what I mean? But
people live as married all the time. You know, in this day and age.
Right.
So,
but go ahead.
I have a question.
All right.
Was he with her?
Like I said, we don't know. She said she's not married. She's single. And all
No. I'm sorry. Was he with her present there at the concert?
No. There was no.
By herself?
Yes. So the chick says she's single. She said she's single. But I call cap on that. You know, like I said, I call cap on that. But I'm just using that, even if she was, or even if a woman was married or had a man.
If she had the man, even if I'm old school, so I don't care who says what. And this is my opinion. He asked my opinion. I'm old school. You respect if you with a man, if you have a man, you respect your man. Period. Whether you're married or not, in my opinion. Especially if they got you right on camera. Hello. You know. Because that's disrespecting him. How's he gonna feel?
Selena, I think it's something fishy about it. That's just my opinion. Lionel, you agree with me, right? I think it's something fishy about it, but that's just me. I think it's something to it. I really think it's something to it. Whether there's smoke, there's fire. That's my opinion. I saw the same radio station where she got up and said whatever, but me, I feel like it's something to it. So Joe, you feel like that's disrespectful?
Yes, I do feel that's disrespectful. I don't know about them folks if they're really married or whatever, but the gist of the story, I think that's very disrespectful. Yes.
Okay.
I'm very big on loyalty and honor. I was raised that what happens in this family stays in this family and nobody else finds out besides before this family. Whether, so that's the way I was raised.
Okay.
Totally.
All right.
I will tell you, since he brought up my parents, my dad, he acted like he was giving my mom this gift to go to this concert, and she knew his little, ploy because that was his favorite. So he was a little, he acted like it was hers. You're never too old to lie. Of course you're not. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has a fault. You're never too old to lie. Of course not. But anyway, back to the question. Yes, I do believe that's very disrespectful, very much. Because if the tables were turned, I wouldn't want my D out there all over some woman on main social media, whatever, however they caught it. I wouldn't want that,
Go ahead, bro. The floor is now yours.
That's my opinion.
Well, with me, if we want great men in our lives and we want men to be loyal and faithful to us, we have to do a reciprocal thing to the man, and be loyal and faithful to him. There's, it doesn't matter if y'all married, y'all dating or engaged or whatever the status of the relationship is. You should respect your mate, no matter what. No matter if he the king of, Sheba or what, the king of Mars. You know what I'm saying? you have to respect your man no matter what and be respectful, because who knows? This woman might got some kids or something like that and see this on air. What kind of respect are you teaching your kids about your partner? It doesn't matter if you married, engaged, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever the case may be. You have to respect your partner. You know what I'm saying? And me, that's one big thing with me is respect. If you cheat on me, I don't care if it's a kiss, a lick on the damn nuts, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You cheated.
But see, a lot of people tend to think that flirting is just flirting, and it's nothing serious about flirting. You know what I'm saying? I want you ladies' opinion about it. You know what I mean? Flirting. I've heard people say that flirting is cheating. You know what I'm saying? So is that a form of cheating? Flirting?
Yeah, it's a form of cheating, because would you like for me to flirt with another man while you gone? What kind of woman are you? Are you running around flirting with other men? You thinking about this man? You sniffing on the man, cologne, and all that type of stuff. Sometimes the ideals fest to the physical form.
Right.
Because you keep on dreaming about it. Mind is a devil's workshop, right?
Right.
Oh, say it again. Here's my thing. Here's my thing on that.
Okay.
If I'm with a man, I choose to be with that man. It's not the man I don't trust. It's the broads I don't trust. Period. I know I'm a woman. I know what I can do, and I know what I can manipulate to have done. I know that because I'm a woman, period. So I'm not saying all women are that way, because I'm not, but I know what I can do, right? I know what I could do. So it's not him that I wouldn't trust. And if he is putting himself out there and giving attention, see, a woman is very emotional. So as soon as you give a woman attention, a flirtation, they take it and they run with it, and they get in their mind, just like my girl just said, the mind is a devil's workshop. Yes. You give anything into a woman's mind and you make her think, oh, he anything that you, because you flirted with her, that makes her think you want more, and it gives her an open door to try to tempt. So you open yourself up for temptation, you're going to get that temptation, period. So if you have a woman, don't do it, period.
So you saying that you would trust your man over the women, not the bees out here, as you would call them?
Yes.
So, because you're a woman. So what you're saying is your logic behind that is because you're a woman and you know how women think.
Yes.
Gotcha. So
yes.
Sweet Rita says, I wouldn't care.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
But it's up to it's whatever that man is opening the door for. As soon as that man, he thinks he's just being nice. See, here's the deal. I have a male friend. I have male friends. Now, he's not my only male friend, but I have male friends and I know how they are. They're just nice. Most of the time they're salesmen. They're just nice. They don't intend to be flirtatious. They're just being nice, but they do not understand a woman. And that's the key. They don't understand a woman. They don't understand that once you open any kind of door to any woman, she will take it and run with it and tempt you until you fall.
So go ahead, Ro. What you got on it?
Well, I trust the women to do what they want to do. If they want your man, they want your man. But right. My man gonna have to have some wiener control. Y'all know the other word, I want to use, but we trying to make this a PG-13 show. He better have some wiener control, because for simple fact, some of these men don't have wiener control. They just, want to stick it in anywhere. You know what I'm saying? In the mouth, in the butthole, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no control of it. but he gonna have to have some type of wiener control to be with me, because I have all my kitty control over here. Because I won't let no man come on to me and trying to flirt and all that type of stuff. No, I got a man. Get the hell away.
Hey, CC, how you doing, love? I'm over here.
He got to have some wiener control.
But look here. If this chick was married or had a man, which I'm inclined to feel that where there's smoke, there's fire, right? I feel like the woman, I think it's something to it. That's just my opinion. Allegedly, I feel like it's something to it. So, if I had a wife that did something like that, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All right, if I had a wife that did something like that,
that's embarrassing.
It's very embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull up. I don't know why it's pulling up. I don't have a Facebook account, but I'm trying to pull up the actual footage of what the chick was doing. You know what I'm saying? And
she was all up in that man's face like she want to get him some tongue.
Yeah, she want to get down on her knees and worship that.
That wiener. You know what I'm saying? She want to polish it.
Hell yeah! Look. I mean, here. Look. Let me. I think our girl's gonna play it. I'm gonna hold on. Our girl's gonna play it, bro. I'm gonna let y'all look at it. Look. I think she's gonna play it.
Then you gonna look like a simp if you don't do nothing about that.
Right, here we go.
So if you guys have not seen the viral video of Usher's most recent concert in which this older woman lost her mind, I'm basically going to show it to you guys. But apparently, in regards to this whole situation, her actual husband filed for divorce from her based off of the interaction that her and Usher were having at his show.
Does it only work for bald heads?
With the Flex series, I can shave my head, face, neck, and shoulders.
Yeah, shave them shoulders.
That Usher is kind of like seducing this person, obviously based off of the interaction that she was showcasing him. He obviously thought it was okay. She's, saying all these things. I basically like, oh boy, you don't know what I'll do. That kind of situation. Obviously I cannot play it because she's singing the song and there's lyrics going on and stuff like that. But here they are, basically he's serenading her and this woman is acting like she's having a conniption. First of all, when I initially saw this clip, because there's more that I have to play, I was getting secondhand embarrassment. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was getting secondhand embarrassment. When you kind of have to peek through the fingers to kind of look at it because it's like a train wreck, like you just can't help but keep watching, but you so desperately want to look away. That's how I felt. Okay, and to know that allegedly this woman is actually married makes the situation even more crazy and embarrassing. So again, she's doing all these things with her body, the direct eye contact, a little bit scary. Okay, she is trying to go for it. I don't know if this is her way of like helping him put on the show, or if she thought that this was like, attractive and seductive. It seemed scary to me. Okay, it seemed like this woman needed a tranquilizer. It seemed like she needed to be tamed and calmed down. This was a lot. Okay, this was absolutely a lot that was going on. And, a lot of people hide behind the guise of, this is just a celebrity and, y'all women think too much, or this is supposed to be a fun experience. And, I don't understand why women are not allowed to have fun. This is why, and this is just my personal opinion. Okay, I cannot be wrong for my opinion, but in my personal opinion, I have to say it because people will be in the comment sections telling me I'm wrong about how I feel. I don't agree when women have these, male celebrity crushes that they constantly, parade around in front of their husbands about, and like, oh, everybody knows that if this person gets around me, I'm gonna pass. I've never agreed with that, because celebrity or not, that's a man. Okay, and I am of the belief system that whoever you are in a relationship with, That should be the ultimate man for you.
All right.
You know what? Usher married too.
Yep.
So
He is. He sure is. He's married.
And you know what? That's disrespecting his wife doing that crap. And he got boys.
Yeah. So that's what that woman was doing. She had a connection. All of her juices were flowing.
You could tell that she was over there getting wet and moist. Yeah, she was over there she was getting wet and moist.
I agree. But you know what? CC says it's all for show. Well, look here. If I had a wife that did that, y'all, I'd be like, you get your, you know what? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You're out of here. You're embarrassing me. You've embarrassed me. I don't even get the attention at the house. Get out of here. You know what I mean? You are out of there. You know what I'm saying? Out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, Selena, you crazy.
Yeah, we heard about them cereals in bed. They been fighting over cereals.
Oh my God. Selena, you crazy. But anyways, so look here, man. Somebody brought up a good point here. Sweet Rita said, I wouldn't care as long as he had a good time. It's a once in a lifetime event. No insecurities here.
Oh, I don't think it's about insecurities though, honestly. I really don't. Yes, it's a once in a lifetime event. I agree with that. I don't have any problems with you being up front and you enjoying yourself. You know, it's just a certain, you know, come on. Even if he came and sang up on you, like that's not, I don't think that's, or you went on stage, you know, just hold yourself to a certain, I mean, y'all are talking about, I didn't see the whole thing either. DR said she didn't see the whole video. I didn't see it all either.
I had it
I didn't
queued
see
up.
anything but you didn't show.
Yeah.
But there's I think there's boundaries.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
Go ahead, Ro. You about to say something?
Now go ahead.
Sweet Rita said, my husband would have understood. That's what she said. And she also said, I would have enjoyed the moment and had a good once in a lifetime of a good night. And then Gisela says, she doesn't want to look more stupid. Man is telling the truth. I think that's what I think, Gisela. I think it's something to the story. I looked into the story, and I'm glad Selena brought that out first, that the woman did come out and say it's not true. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I believe there's something to it. Like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. All right? And let's get into what Sweet Rita. I'm paying attention to you, baby girl. This is what Sweet Rita said. Men without facial hair look like they have coochie lip on his face.
Coochie lips. Ain't that a good thing to have some coochie lips to sucky to
what she's saying is that she don't trust a man with no facial hair. And Usher, I think Selena and Sweet Rita and somebody else, they said that he wasn't attractive because of this. So y'all are, you know, and then Lionel said, y'all, why y'all picking on that dude? So I'm like, damn, y'all. So I take it that every woman, well, what do y'all, you ladies on the chat, what do y'all think about what Sweet Rita was talking about here about facial hair? Y'all love facial hair? No facial hair? I wanted to pin that because
we know why you wanted to pin it, boy. But here's
no,
the deal.
I want to know. I want to know.
I'm not. I like facial hair. Okay, I like facial hair. However, I'm one of those that, you know, if you don't have to have facial hair, in my opinion. But if you know, I guess if you shout my name out, you know, that just kind of does something to me, you know. And you don't have to have facial hair. But let me go real quick to what Diesel said. Usher didn't get her in trouble. She made that choice. She got herself in trouble. She planned that even before she got to that concert. I don't know about all that, okay? Because it's a heat of the moment. However, I don't blame Usher either. He's an entertainer. He's making his money. The lady didn't even look cute anyway. You know, he would have done it. Whoever was willing, he would have done it for. Too. I agree with that though. It was not Usher's fault, is my opinion.
I agree with you, bro. I agree. I agree. So, Selena said it depends on the couple. You know what I mean? CC, you can have facial hair, just cut it low. Okay. You don't want a Duck Dynasty beard, CC? Duck Dynasty beard all the way out that way?
I agree with Cece. You can have like a goatee. I don't want no big old Santa Claus, dirty Santa Claus beard. You know, that you can plait it up. And you know, like some of these men, they up there plaiting up their beard. The beard got dreadlocks.
Hell no. You remember Dub C with the West Side?
Yeah, with the damn plaits and stuff on his beard. Oh, hell no.
You don't like that?
I don't like that. That's unattractive. I like for a man to manscape and all that type of stuff. I don't want all that hair on the chest, the taco meat. No. Not the damn shape, not no hair on the damn back and shoulders and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He just got hair everywhere. You know this.
You don't want no damn bear, huh?
No, I don't want no bear.
CC, does it break you out on the face? Does it break you out on the face, or just, you know, if you kissing up on your dude or whatever breaks you out on the face? I just want to know. Y'all just brought out it. Cut low is at least some hair on your face. Okay.
Yeah, goatee is fine. I love a man with a goatee. I don't want no man with no big old Santa Claus beard. No. You can miss me with that.
Beard gang. That's right. Yeah.
You always had a beard. Don't even go there.
I didn't have nobody.
We haven't seen you.
I think if you cut your beard off, you look like a pussy. I would probably roast you to death. You probably would. He'll probably look really weird. Do you got a picture of you without the beard?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, we had to maneuver. We had to do some maneuvering to get him approved to keep that beard at work.
Oh yeah. I did, and I actually had it longer. I actually had it longer than this. I really don't want.
Show it.
DR, I really don't want to show it because my mom didn't like my beard. She didn't like for me to even have a goatee. You know, she was old fashioned.
He's only had this beard, guys, since his mama's been gone. So because she didn't like it.
Yeah, I grew it out whenever she
Y'all don't trip because that's mama's.
Selena said, I'm saying no hair at all is a.
That's not Selena, that's Sweet Rita. I'm saying no hair at all is a coochie face. Oh.
She said, she's basically saying the same thing that T-Cat said. T-Cat basically said, if I did not have a beard, I would look like a pussy. Damn, T-Cat, bro.
You know I gotta roast you sometime.
But I agree. Selena cutting up in this chat. Selena, you up here. That's right, not a Santa Claus. That's right. That's not cute Santa Claus. Okay. I got you. All right.
We had a guy at my job. He had a big, long, dirty Santa Claus beard and everything. He like a homeless person.
I will say this: when it gets cold, you know, you have to moisturize your beard very, very much so. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, it's just like exactly.
We keep this on hand.
Yeah, in fact, Joe introduced me to her home girl or whatever, and I get sent that. But it makes me wonder that guys that do have long beards like that, you know, all the way out there like that,
It might got crabs in that beard.
Crab. It's gonna be dirty,
Food. Ugh.
and all that type of stuff. So it's
Coochie juice.
Coochie juice.
You're so gross.
Oh my God. So look, you know, I'm just saying, but you have to keep a well groomed and well clean beard. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me want, I'm gonna be honest. Men can talk about me all they want to, but I take pride in taking care of my face and making sure that it's hydrated. Make sure it's. I made fun of that dude, Lionel, that dude that I showed this past Friday and that Urban showed. I was making fun of that dude in skincare. I wouldn't have did all that shit because that nigga was sitting there just doing all his facial stuff or whatever, talking about dates and stuff like that. But I got a ritual going on that I do every day with my skin and with my face, with my beard, with my hair and all that. But you got to have a well-kept groom. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep groomed. So, Sweet Rita, you got me all thinking stuff about all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, what does she say? I can't stand when a man grows facial hair and put beads or braids on their beard.
No. Me too.
Oh, hell no. I don't even want the Hitler beard. You know what I'm saying? Like the mustache.
Right.
No, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't going out with me like that.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna drop the link again. Y'all can join me, whatever. I got another thing that I want to bring to y'all's attention. But I'll drop the link. Anybody can join up here, okay? But I want to bring something else to y'all's attention. I'm gonna share the screen again, and I want to say shout out to Gisela. She sent this to me, and it's very interesting. And I want you guys to listen to this, and I want you ladies and you men to comment.
An uncomfortable truth is all women are not ready to be led. I don't care how much you love her. I don't care how fine she is, how thick she is, how long y'all been together, how much you care about her, how much you want to lead her. If she not ready to be led, you ain't gonna lead shit. If you offer guidance to her and she thinks it's control, she not ready to be led. If she rejects your feedback, even though it's constructive criticism, she's not ready to be led. If she thinks compromising for something is losing, she's not ready to be led. If she ignores direction, guess what? She's not ready to be led. If she's not willing to change or evolve, she's not ready to be led. And that's okay, because sometimes it takes people a little bit longer to figure out what they want and what they don't want. Maybe she never wants to be led, but if that's the woman for you or not. An uncomfortable truth is all women.
All right. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, we heard.
Y'all hear that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ladies in the chat and you men in the chat, did y'all hear that? All right.
Why would you even go for a woman?
Wait.
You already know what I think, so don't ask me.
Wait, man. Wait. Y'all see how she just read it? I'm glad she's ready to jump on it. But I want y'all's opinion. All right. Now, here's my questions to the beautiful ladies on the chat, and the beautiful ladies in the chat, beautiful ladies on the panel, and the men. My bro, Diesel, my little bro Lionel, my other bros that's listening in the bushes. Everybody that's ghost watching, I want y'all to listen to me and answer this question, all right? When we talk about leadership, in a relationship, whether it's marriage, relationship, whatever, all right? Is it true that do you ladies want to have a strong leader in your life that's a leader and you want to be led by that man? Y'all heard what she said. Some women are not ready to be led. All right. Is that indicative because the man is not the leader that he needs to be? Or is that because the lady is not ready and she has a lot to learn? Right? So Go ahead, Joe. Start preaching. Go ahead. The floor is yours. Yeah, y'all see Joe?
Yeah, go, Joe, because I'm finna go in.
Okay. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Lionel said I always ask weird questions, so
No. I had to put the. I'm unleashing you because I had to put the bridle on you because I had to set up things, Bestie. I had to set up things. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead. I say it all the time. I mean, see, I just don't understand. You say this all the time. Y'all, he'll text me and say, I don't understand in Joe's voice. Because I guess I say that all the time, but it's very true. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand the need or the necessity to cross lines before you even know a person. So why do you even allow that person in and she's not in that space for you, in that space with you? And I'm talking, hold on, guys, hold on. I'm not talking about when we were in our 30s, okay? I'm not talking about Lionel's, I'm not talking to Lionel. I'm sorry, Lionel. This is not for you right now. You still have some growing to do, I'm talking about grown folks. Yes, I did say that because I'm old enough to be your mama. So I'm going there. When you get to my age, I'm gonna put me in it. If you get to my age and I'm still, messing or just hitting for the okie doke, come on now. So why is a man doing that? Why? For the coochie? Really? You've had enough. You've had plenty of coochie. You've had plenty of coochie. Okay? So if you are messing with a woman that is not healed, is not healthy mentally, then you get what you got. That's how I feel. Whatever you fall for, you deserve, because you should have known by now you need to bet better. That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. That's what I have to say, because I just don't understand anymore. I don't understand people, life's too short. I don't understand people falling for this kind of crap. She's not ready to be led. Boy, why isn't she leading herself first? This is my point. If you can't support yourself, if you can't lead yourself, then you ain't ready to be led by no one else. Lead yourself first. Heal yourself first. And once you can do all those things for yourself, then you can allow someone else to try to lead you. Because if you can't do it by yourself first, then you have no business allowing someone else into your life. That's what I have to say.
Very good. Okay. Go ahead, Ro. Go ahead.
Okay.
Come on, ladies.
Okay. First of all, when you get into these relationships, and I had to learn this the hard way through experience, that when you get into a relationship, you have to be ready mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Right. And you have to be ready. These ladies, y'all have to be ready to be led by these men. You know what I'm saying? Because the men is the head of the household. That's in the Bible in Corinthians, right? It's the Lord, the man, the woman, and then the children, right? So if you're not ready to be led, then don't get in a relationship with a man, and don't get a man that can't lead you. I know sometimes that wiener and that tongue be really, really good. I'm telling you, it be good. It's powerful, right? But if this man that got that good tongue and that good wiener don't have no damn job, and he's mentally insane, he's not correctly, y'all not spiritually yoked, you know, he's not physically ready. That means mind and body. You know, cause there's a lot of crazy men that's on all kind of damn prescription drugs out there. You know, mentally crazy. I met one. That man was a devil. I'm telling you, he had the devil in him. My last boyfriend, I seen the devil in them green eyes. I'm telling you, he got a long one. He got some good hair. He will suck everything out of you, even your fallopian tube, your uterus, everything. He will suck everything out of you, real good. But this man was the devil. He cannot lead an ant to an apple. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know, you just have to, know what you are getting. If you get these men that you want to run and all that type of stuff, your relationship would never work out, because men are supposed to be born leaders and they don't want to be told what to do and stuff like that. You might got some weak men out there that like to be told what to do. Don't get that one either if you want you a strong man, because I gotta have me a strong man that's ready to fight if somebody come up in my house and trying to regulate. No, we're not finna do this.
She said fallopian tube. Oh, bro.
Okay.
I'm trying to picture that.
So which brings me to this. You brought an interesting point, Ro. And I want both of you ladies, I want to chat the answer. When you say a strong man, what is y'all's definition of a strong man? Okay, now we're not talking about physicality. We're not talking about just lip service either. You know what I'm saying?
Mentally strong, mostly, because for simple fact, you can't have no man with no schizophrenia and all that type of stuff going around and claiming that he's strong. He's not strong mentally. A man that's running around here smoking on weed, crack, on some damn acid or whatever the popular drug that's popping in the streets nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That man is not strong.
Right. So give me some things that you constitute as strong. Both of y'all. What are y'all looking for? Because both of y'all are beautiful single ladies. Both of y'all are celibate. Both of you guys are celibate. Both of you guys are abstaining. Y'all are practicing abstinence, right? Okay. So what constitutes a strong man? I want to know.
You want me to answer first?
Go ahead. And then I know Rogue answer. Go ahead.
A strong man has nothing to do with how much he can lift.
Yeah.
It has to do with whether he is well-rounded in his position as a man. A strong man is mentally, physically, he's taking care of himself. I go back to, you have to start with yourself. He is taking care of himself completely. I talked to one of the guys in the chat a lot about this, and it has to be, you have to take care of yourself. It matters what you put inside your eyes, what it puts you inside your mind, what you put inside your mouth. You have to be taking care of yourself, your body, your spirit, your mind, everything, because like we talked about when we talked about getting tempted, right? If you just smell, if they just come up and they let you smell it, you're just gonna fall for the okie doke because you're smelling it and because you're getting that attention from a woman. A man that falls for attention is not a strong mind. It's not a strong man. It has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with today's, these feminists, or, I agree with Diesel talking about the feminist movement and all this, in today's society, but that doesn't make a strong man. There's people who always have opinions on you. People have an opinion. And if you fall because of someone else's opinion about yourself, then you're not strong. And I'm just giving examples, but a strong man is strong in his grounding. You gotta build yourself on rock. You gotta build yourself. If you're building yourself on what everybody else says about you, then you're just gonna fall for any okie doke. It has to come mental. It has to come physical. It has to come spiritual. What you believe in, everything has to go together. That's a strong man. And no other, and y'all wonder why I'm single. You don't question why somebody is single if you know there's trash to pick from. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Like you will not, if you are a strong-willed person, you will not just choose any old thing, especially if you don't know that person well. So that's what I think, and I'm just giving examples. I can't. It has to be a well-rounded individual. That's my thing. That's my take. Go, Ro.
Oh, okay.
You'll be more graphic than me.
A strong man to me, a man that can stand on his word. He tell you stuff. He tell you stuff, but he meant what he says. He's not gonna back down from his word. He's a man that also, because he had dominance to him. No man is not gonna come up to me and try to hit on me or whatever. None of his friends or whatever. He shows dominance. A man that know how to run a household. A man who was smart, who know how to articulate things. That's a strong man. A man that if I made more money than him, he's not gonna let me pay all the damn bills. A man that has
or feel insecure because you make more than him.
Yeah. A man that know how to handle heels. A man that know how to take care of business. A man that if the world go to shits out there, he know what to do. He like chores. I don't have to go out and tell him, hey baby, can you take out the trash? The grass is getting hot. Can you mow the grass? He already had that stuff done. Because because I'm gonna have everything that he needs me to do done inside the house. I'm the receiver. He's the one that pounds it. I'm the one receiving. There's men out there. My homegirl was telling me about this man that she dated, that he like foreign objects up his butt. Now, what kind of strong man can you get with that?
Oh my God. Ugh.
You cannot respect no man. He like foreign objects of his in his booty. You just can't.
He's a yag. That's a straight up yag, bro.
Yeah, and she like putting on strap-ons and and having sex with him, and so because he loved these foreign objects in his booty. How can you respect a man like that?
You know what, Ro? I had a homegirl or whatever that she had a boyfriend that was like that too, and I straight up told her, I'm like, man, I don't want to listen to this shit. I said that Negro is a yag, and exactly, Selena, exactly, you're a yag. You know what I'm saying? You're a yag. You know what I'm saying? You are a switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? You are a switch. You're batting on the other side of the plate. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't see how to. Yeah, man, that's just
a man that can't read. How can you lead me and your butt can't even read? You know what I'm saying? A man can't do no math. We got some idiots out here nowadays. I don't know what happened, what's in the Kool-Aid or what's in the water nowadays.
I listened to a dude Ro on YouTube read, well-known content creator, Reed on here,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow. I'm like, wow. It's one thing to read something whenever you might be inebriated, but I watched the dude read. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, how can you respect a man like that? Other men is making fun of you, cause you can't read, you can't add, you can't subtract, you can't do any fractions or anything like that. You working at McDonald's. How can you lead me when it's like that? That's why I be like, man, forget this. I don't want no 2-piece and a biscuit ass man. I want a man that I can serve a steak and some lobster to.
So what you're saying? So you're saying that, okay, so both of you ladies have basically gave the definition of strong men, what y'all see in a strong man. All right. I want you ladies to tell me what turns y'all off. And what turns y'all off. And ladies in the chat, y'all help me out now. Y'all talk to me now. Talk to me. Y'all, and the link is now pinned. You guys can come up and we'll talk about it.
A man that don't have no teeth in the front. You know what I'm saying? I'm a certified grill watcher. You know what I will watch your grill.
You watch grills?
I watch your grill. I'm telling you. If you don't take care of that damn out, there's no way you gonna give me gingivitis down there.
So that's
a turn off. Men with titties. If you run around here with your shirt jiggling and your titties is bigger than mine, we gonna have problems.
What if they're bigger than yours, Ro, and they work for it? If they're pillows for you.
No, man, I like to lay on them. Like my ex-fiance, he had like a hard chest, and I just love to lay on his hard chest. He was so sexy and fine. I used to love sleeping on top of him.
So so if you want a man with a chest or whatever, that not no built up chest, but man boobs. Y'all, you don't
nobody don't want no hairy man boob. That's scary. Just if you pumping on top of a woman and then you up here got all these titties and you musty underneath. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all men do sweat. So you got musty titties on top of a woman. And I'm supposed to respect this. You got a chest bigger than mine. I'm supposed to respect this. You supposed to leave me out. Who sucking who titties?
So I'm gonna say something. So and I'm speaking because I had a father that was a single father of 3 children. Okay. My father ended up and this is me speaking on my truth. Okay. So my father was left at 30 years old with 3 kids. He was a single father. And that was, he had no choice. I mean, he had no choice not to be a single father, right?
His wife died. His wife died.
Walked away.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, she walked out.
She walked out and left the kids behind, right? Never seen her again. But yes. So my father was a single father. Okay. So that means he is in a place in his life where he can't go nowhere, right? He doesn't have the choices to just up and move and go find a woman, and just, you know what I mean? Like me, now you call me, get dressed, let's go out, I'm gone. Why? Because my son is older enough, but at that time, his kids weren't like that. So he was not in a place where he could just up and jump. Okay. So a real man is going to step up and be a real man and not just, because that's not very common nowadays. A lot of people are going to say, and I went through it growing up, I would get around conversations and they would say, oh, a man just walks out on his kids. The woman always stays. It would be in conversation they would say this stuff. And I would be so upset because not everybody's the same. Not everybody goes through the same thing. And if you haven't walked in someone's shoes, do not. And this is why I'm so protective of mine, of people that I know what they've gone through. I've been there through that thick and thin. Okay. So that's why I put up for people that I know what they've gone through. Okay. So that goes along with being a real man, being well-rounded and handling your business. That is a real man. That's where I come from. It has nothing to do with the D. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Has nothing to do with the D, because the D ain't going to control or handle nothing when real world problems come to life. It's not. And that man will change, right? We got, just like us women change and we don't stay the same, although people try to tell me that I'm getting younger, but I'm not. Okay. But people change, okay? Gravity changes, everything. But if you have a man taking care of himself, that goes along with being well-rounded. Okay. That's why I say the things that I say. I might come across harsh. I don't know. You may have a different opinion about me until you meet me in person, but I'm very real. I'm very honest. I'm very loyal, and I believe in honor. And so that's why I say the things that I say. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I had met a I had met a guy, and I respect him to the fullest because his baby mother had ran off and left him with the child. And come to find out, the baby got sick and it needed blood transfusion. I don't know what the sickness was or whatever. I didn't get into his business like that. But come to find out, that child wasn't even his. So he been raising this child since a baby and everything. So so he kept the child, even though this child wasn't his.
Oh wow.
So I feel like, what I'm saying, a real man will take up responsibility no matter what. He will stand on it. If you get a girl pregnant, don't run off, don't dodge the child support or whatever. You made the child. I don't respect no man that runs out on his child. Because if he can run out on his own flesh and blood, he can run out on you. Like, right. I had also met this guy. He got put on child support, so he quit his job, so he won't have to pay child support. And on the damn street selling bean pies. Now, you know what I'm saying? What kind of mess is this?
Yeah, that's.
But y'all, and I just have to say this too. You can't force a person, in my opinion. You can't force a person to be a father. You can't force a person to be a mother, right? You can't. They're not, because you got to think about that child. What is that child going to go through if they weren't wanted? That's the way they're going to be treated, right? If they are not wanted, that's how that person's going to treat them. And that brings me to, I don't know who it is. You guys probably know the people, or I don't know. It's a celebrity, or he's a basketball player, I believe, Bestie. And he had a baby with an older woman. He's only 23. He got a girl that's in her 30s, 37 maybe, and got her pregnant. He's only 23, guys. She's double 15 years his, age.
Yep.
Okay. A lot of people are giving this kid Because again, I think Lionel could be my son. So if he's 23, I'm gonna sure as heck call him a kid. I don't call Lionel a kid, but he is, Anyway.
Drea,
I don't know the people's names, but
Drea Michelle. Yeah.
Okay. And she has a kid with a bigger celebrity too, I saw. I don't know their names though. Anyway, everybody's giving him a hard time. Look.
Salute, bro.
Hey, so dope.
Okay, so everybody's giving him a hard time, but hey, I'm gonna say something. He doesn't want to be a dad, but he paid out for 18 years. Why is that? Hey, she better invest it. She better do whatever.
I think she got a trucking company. I think she invested into a trucking company.
But either way, she got her money. She got her money for her 18 years for that child. I don't see any problem with it because if he doesn't want to be a father to my kid, I don't want him around anyway. But I got my money and I better invest it for my child while I'm raising this child. That's what that goes along with. I'm not going to be cougaring it. If I'm going to get with the child, that's on her. That's her choice because she's older. She made the choice to go try to get with this child. So I'm not faulting that child he is a grown man because he had a child, made a child. I'm not faulting that man. He at least paid out the money for that child. That's what I have to say about that situation.
But here's the thing with me is that these children come into this world, they didn't ask to come into this world, but my thing is, if you're a man and you say you don't want any children at all, go get snipped. Go get your nuts snipped. You know what I'm saying? Take the responsibility. You don't want any kids, go get snipped. Will it still work the same if y'all snip your nuts? Would y'all still nut?
I don't know.
Would you still come? Have anybody in the chat got their wiener snipped?
But I don't know that he's even saying he doesn't want to ever have kids. He probably just is not at a point in his life.
Little bro. Congratulations to my little bro. Salute to you. Salute.
Hey, KO. But I'm just saying, though, if you like me, I don't want any kids. So, like, if I was to get married, I might even do it before I even get married. I'm finna go get my tubes tied. I'm not trying to have no kids. I don't want them. I sure don't. But I be mean guys that want kids and I stir them away. Go get you a woman that want kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna satisfy you like that. You know what I'm saying? To give you a child. And I don't date men with toddlers because I ain't changing no damn diapers. I'm not putting up no formulas or whatever. I'm not doing all that. I'm sorry. I like my life the way it is. But yeah.
I want to say shout out to my bro right here, my little brother, Kelsey, who is engaged. He's about to get married. That's my little bro. I know him in real life. He is family to me. Salute. He's getting engaged, man. Salute to him.
All right. Congratulations.
Congratulations to my bro, man. One love to you, bro. We go way back. That's my family right there, man. So salute to you.
But yeah, but you gotta take the responsibility. If you in your mind, like I have in my mind, yes, I had gotten pregnant before, but I was gonna take care of my responsibility, if I would have had it. But in my mind right now, I'm 47, finna be 48 this year in July. I'm not trying to have no kids. And I tell a man straight up, and I be honest with him, I'm not having no kids. Don't try to convince me or try to put a bow on it, about kids or whatever. I'm not trying to have that. And some people don't accept things that you are saying. Like I had one guy said, well, you a woman, you supposed to multiply some mess. It's in the Bible. They always want to beat you with the Bible. look, I don't want any kids. You know, don't beat me with the Bible having kids. I'm finna be 47. I don't want no kid with no disabilities because I'm in an age bracket that I might have a child with Down syndrome or something.
But,
you know,
what if they appreciate? What if they only appreciate the process?
You know, I'm down to have some good sex, but I'm not trying to have no kids out of sex. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm gonna be honest in a relationship, and that's what a lot of people need to do, is be honest in what your expectation is in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If a man tell me, I had a boyfriend, he passed away last year. He told me straight up he didn't want no kids. He told me straight up, I don't want any kids. And he was we became friends and everything, and some woman got pregnant by him, and he tell every woman this, I don't want no kids. So this woman had got pregnant by him, and he resented that woman to the rest of his life, and he never forgave her till his death. And I don't want no man to resent me like that.
So just enjoy the process, bro.
Yeah, just enjoy the process, the baby making thing, baby making sex. The hunchy. But then too, in a relationship, you know, you have roles too. You know, everybody don't know their roles in a relationship. You know, some of these men I heard, they want to be the woman. You know.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. You are right about that. All right, I'm going to show y'all this one little clip too. Speaking on what you were just speaking on, Ro, about I want y'all to look at this clip right here, and I want you guys to comment. Everybody in the chat, I want you guys' opinion as well.
Everybody is what? Replaceable. And they're not. And let me tell you why. Because people are falling in love with the ideology, the fairy tale of marriage, not with the person. So if you want marriage in the fairy tale, then you're being in your, you never plug into anybody. But if you're trying to be in a relationship with a person, you plug into that person. That means they are not replaceable. They're not. Because if you're my best friend, I plug into you, Tamara, and we have an argument or a fallout, and I plugged into you, not just the idea of a best friend. If we get into it, girl, I'm heartbroken. Yes. When my mother and I get into a small disagreement, and we barely disagree, we're both in turmoil because I'm plugged into my mama. I'm plugged into her. If I say anything that harms her, I'm hurt. Yeah, I feel it. I love that. And I'm running to resolve. And so in a marriage, if we're plugged into the person, that means that what they feel, we empathize with them. We're not plugged into an idea, and we don't look at them and say, well, we could take this idea and go clothe anyone else with it. You're going to end up with a sheep with wolf clothing. You do that. I love that. I love that. Well, so.
Y'all hear that?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ro. What you think about that?
Yeah, a lot of people fall in love with the ideal of marriage, but don't want to be the partner, and don't look at. I look at marriage as a business. You know, you can't sell the secrets. You can't go out there and you know, y'all both, you know, with credit and all that type of stuff, financial and everything, agreements in the bedroom or whatever. It have to be a contract. And that's what two people need to sit down and draw up on a contract. All marriage is not the same, you know, but if I was to get married to somebody, I'm not getting divorced. You're going to die with me.
Right.
And I'm going to die with you, you know. Right. You know, it might be wrong for me to think of marriage as a business, but it is like an institution of business, a corporation, you know, that you are building.
So it's
contract.
It's a verbal contract. That's you look at it as a contract.
Yeah, you know, because you're going to have to do certain things for me, and I'm going to do certain things for you. And it can't be and we both going to have to put 100%. Fuck 50-50. It's 100%.
I totally
on both
agree.
ends.
Absolutely.
You know.
I don't ever, Ro, I don't like this, and Ro, Joe, chat, I don't like this notion of 50-50. I ain't never liked this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Both sides need to give 100%. You know what I mean? I'll do this if you do this. You do this and I'll do that. No, man, I ain't with all that. So I'm with you on that, bro. Both sides give 100%. Correct.
And if you're not in this 100% with me and you don't need to get married. If you up here gambling your money and all that type of stuff, and you thinking that your good head and your good wiener is all that is needed in this marriage, then I don't need to marry you. You just a 2-piece in a biscuit nigga, and I keep you that like that. You come over here, you wash your dick in the sink, and you leave out of here.
I have a question. Can I? Okay, so I'm not sure. Can you play that clip?
Yeah, sure.
The gist of the clip is I didn't understand.
All right, well, let's play it again. Sure, we play it again. All right, those of you that didn't hear it, we'll play it again. Hold on just a second. Hold on.
Is what? Replaceable. And they're not. And let me tell you why.
Hold on.
Well, social media teaches you that everybody is what? Replaceable. And they're not. And let me tell you why. Because people are falling in love with the ideology, the fairy tale of marriage, not with the person. So if you want marriage in the fairy tale, not the person, then you'll be able to take marriage in your ID and clothe it on anyone you come in contact with. You never plug into anybody. But if you're trying to be in a relationship with a person, you plug into that person. That means they are not replaceable. They're not. Because if you're my best friend and I plug into you, Tamara, and we have an argument or a fallout, and I plugged into you, not just the idea of a best friend. If we get into it, girl, I'm heartbroken. Yes. When my mother and I get into a small disagreement and we barely disagree, we're both in turmoil because I'm plugged into my mama. I'm plugged into her. So if I say anything that harms her, I'm hurt. Yeah. I feel it. I love that. And I'm running to resolve. And so in a marriage, if we're plugged into the person, that means that what they feel, we empathize with them. We're not plugged into an idea, and we don't look at them and say, well, we could take this idea and go clothe anyone else with it. You're going to end up with a sheep with wolf clothing. You do that? I love that. I love that.
I agree with that. Because I was really plugged into my ex-fiance. You know what I'm saying? Because if we argue or anything like that, I want to resolve it right then and there. You know, because I'm very plugged into him. I'm plugged into him like on his feelings and all that type of stuff. I'm not now. That was when I was in my 20s, 25. You know, but if you really plug into that person, you can feel them. You can, you know, if there's a problem, you want to resolve it. In some cases, you so plugged into that person, you would know if that person hurt on somewhere else. You know.
I want to say something. So I've been married, and I've never actually experienced. That's why I say that I will never again make the mistakes that I've made. Right? I feel I'm thankful that I've had experience in it. Right? I'm thankful that I'm not sad that I've had the experience and failed, because I won't fail again. I'm with Ro. I'm not getting married to get divorced. You know, but I stood back and took responsibility for the failures that I've had, because I made those choices. I made the choice in that person, right? So that's why I talk about vetting. That's why I talk about getting to know somebody before just, because when you are with a person, you are plugged in, but that doesn't mean they're plugged into you, right? And because us women are very emotional beings, right? Not all men are going to plug into you as well, just because you're plugged into them. So you got to know a person, in my opinion, because I've been there, right? In my opinion, you got to know a person enough to know that they're going to plug into you too. So you have to get to that point before you completely agree to be in a relationship with them, be in a marriage with them, be in any kind of any kind of relationship where you expect it to be till death do us part, right? You got to know that that person is going to be plugged into you too. You've got to know that for a fact. And that way you are both in it together. You're both in that marriage together. And you're not just throwing it out the door just because one gets mad at the other. Just because one, I get what Ro was saying. I've been there too. You know, you get upset with a person and you want to resolve it right away, but that's not the way everybody, you have to know that other person, right? That's not the way everyone handles things. Some people just need to step away and think about and kind of, you know, everyone is different. Everyone is different. So you have to know your person that you're both committed to. He has to be committed to you just like you're committed to him. So it doesn't matter how honorable I am, how loyal I am, how anything I am. If he is not that to me, it's not going to last. It's not going to work, right? So it doesn't matter how plugged in I am. They got to be plugged into you too. And that only comes with getting to know somebody and being on the same level, both of you. That's where, you know, that's where I was getting, that's what I wanted to make sure and say, hey, Dion.
Hey, what's up? What's up with it?
Hey, DR, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, hey.
What you got on it, sweetheart? What you got on it, baby girl?
Well, I guess I'm just gonna go back to kind of what Joe was saying. I'm more of a balanced person. I need to, you know, I need the person to be balanced because I operate in being balanced as well. So I'm looking at, you shouldn't even get to a place where you even thinking about walking down the aisle if you haven't vetted that person, if you haven't had those conversations of what they're, you know, what type of goals you guys are looking for as a couple, as a married couple. As far as, you know, the type of man that I think is a real man, it starts with the mind, you know, having a beautiful mind, someone who is ambitious, have an entrepreneurial spirit, looking to have multiple streams of income coming in to expand your legacy for your family and for your children, a man that loves on his children, and, you know, somebody who, even a trying man that has ambition, because there's a difference from a man that's trying and that has potential. A lot of women fall for men that have potential, but they're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything with their dream. You know, one of the things I heard a while back is that you can have a dream, you can have a vision, but if you're not executing that, you're not moving forward, you're not doing the things that you need to do on a daily, regular basis to get to where you need to be, then you're going to always fall short. So being with somebody who is balanced, have a good mind, and somebody who's out here who know how to play chess and not checkers, you're already 3 steps ahead. So any type of move we make or anything that we do, you've already analyzed it, you've already looked at it, you already kind of see how we need to move together, individually, whatever the case may be. So somebody who's equipped with knowing how to, like Joe was saying, this world, this life that we living in that ain't all that great, you got to be able to maneuver and navigate through that. And so having a man that's not mentally sound, because, you know, if your mind is right, your body gonna follow. So he's going to be more inclined to be more healthy, to be more conscious about those other aspects if your mind is right, because you're in tune not only with yourself, but you also in tune with your woman. You know, it's not a competition, but you want to look good, she want to look good for you. So y'all both on the same page. You guys are both moving together in balance, and that's what I think is some characteristics of a good man.
Here's the thing, though, DR. I want to ask you this, okay? And I want to ask you other ladies, Joe and T-Cat, ladies in the chat, men in the chat. I want to ask you this, and you can answer first, DR. How can we get in tune with our women? How can our women get in tune with us? You know what I mean? You know, what are ways that we can work on that?
I think the number one thing is comprehension. So a lot of people say communication, and to me that's not enough, because I can talk to you and give you game and let you know how it really is. But if you're not comprehending or understanding where a person is coming from, I'm not here just to sit and listen. I'm here to absorb, to understand, get your perspective, ask you questions. So comprehending what that communication evolves into. So again, is who you picking? You picking the right one or you ain't. So if you ain't picking the right one, you're not going to get the answers that you want. You're not going to get that stimulation that you need to execute certain things when it comes to being in a relationship, because they're not going to give you that feedback back. And unless you're ready to just, basically go to school with that person and having to teach them and do all of that kind of stuff, then that's what you're going to kind of just be dealing with. And at the end of it, you're going to be tired. You'll have a little bit of resentment. You'll be feeling like, I put a lot into this, and, there's no harvest from the seed that you planted. So you have to just be very mindful of who you pick and choose in your life. And I mean, at our age, what I would say at our age, it should really be not too many room for error in that part, because you should be already equipped mentally to say, this is what I'm looking for, this is not what I'm looking for, this is what I will tolerate, this is not what I'm going to tolerate. And then there's things that you do give concessions for, because everybody is not on the same level. Some people grow at different paces, which is fine, but that's still a conversation that you have, that if you're prepared to deal with that and go forward with that. And again, if that person is serious about making those type of moves, and you see the movement, then that's something you can work with in certain areas. But, you got to comprehend what a person is saying. If not, you're going to be lost in the game.
I like what you just said, because there's a difference between communication and comprehension. Because you can sit there and talk all day, and if a person is not understanding where you're coming from, and if a person is not understanding, why you are saying what you're saying, then you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, true.
What you got on it, Joe? You got something to say? Bro, you got something to say?
With me, it takes communication, time, and do your research. And when I say do your research, is nowadays, in this scamming world nowadays, you're going to have to pull a background check on some of these people. Because some of these people can give you a beautiful lie, say, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm popping over here, or whatever, and come to find out, like by 6 months down the line, you got into this person, and come to find out everything this person was telling you was a lie. Right? So yeah, do your due diligence and don't waste your time on people. Just don't waste your time. Just do your research, because there's plenty of people that will tell you, oh, I got this job over here, I got this car over here, I live with this, and come to find out they on the couch with their mama. You know what I'm saying? They bringing it over to your house, pieces of clothes, and all of a sudden you see a whole wardrobe of clothes in your closet, because this man really is, homeless.
I mean, that's true. I think that's true. And I think it also comes down to, people can only wear a mask for so long. And then I think at our age too, we need to have a little bit of discernment to be able to, tell when a person, and I mean, if you feel something off, and that's your intuition, probably 8 times out of 10, something is off. And you got to go with your gut, and you got to go with you got to trust yourself enough to be like, nah, something ain't right, something ain't cool, I'm gonna just leave that alone, and then be okay with that decision, and then move on, instead of lingering, waiting 6 months down the line, and even after an investigation, this cat, he on the corner. So you just have to be able to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta use your discernment, and you gotta trust your gut, and if it ain't right, it ain't right, and you keep it pushing.
But some women out here are so crazy that they think they can change a man. Oh, this man is living on his mama couch. Oh, I could change him. Oh, this man always over there cheating and stuff. Oh, I can change him. No, if a man, now he have to have the ideal that he wants to be in a monogamous relationship, and walk on it. You know, don't sit here and say he want to be faithful and want to be a husband and want to be a leader, and he's not showing you that he want to do all that. You see what I'm saying? Like there's women out there that want to change a man, and sometimes you can't change a man who don't want to be changed.
I agree with what DR was saying about it's not just about communication, it's about comprehension. I agree with that 100%. But I think everything that we're saying, I think it goes along with vetting somebody and knowing them before you're trying to actually get with them. Knowing a person and knowing where they are in their life, like knowing just because hold on. So just because a person likes to be in a place with a person, it doesn't mean that they are ready to actually settle down with one person, right? So just because they're getting to know not just you, they're getting to know this other person over here too. They're getting, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to know if a person is ready to just be with one person, because that's a lot of people nowadays, right? And I speak on this because like I'm older, and it's like I think I've mentioned it before, like I want to make sure that the person that I'm speaking with is not speaking to 5 other people on the back end too. You know what I mean? Like, are they only discussing future with me, right? But that goes along with vetting, right? Like we were saying, right, DR? Like, you know, it goes along with vetting somebody, and you know, so in a lot of places or a lot of times, if they're not moving forward with what we're talking about, well, they're just not in that place. They're not in the place where I'm at, right? And that's why I was saying earlier, before I connect with somebody and put all my connection into that person, I got to make sure that person is trying to connect with just me, you know? And it goes along with vetting, right? And making sure that we're both, it's just us two, you know? That's it has to be, because if not, then we're putting all our effort and we're not seeing the effort in return. But there's a reason, like, you know, there's a reason, and there's not a communication understanding that it's just you and I.
And let's appreciate the ones who are truthful. I mean, I feel that it's important to, you know, if you're not looking really for a relationship, or you just looking to have companionship, it's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be like, I'm looking for a relationship right now, but you know, I like talking to you, like hanging out, whatever the case may be. Then you're put in a position to make a choice. You don't have to choose that, but you can. And I think it's important when you even start in situations, you let people know what's up. Like, I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I'm not trying to be married. I'm just trying to chill. You know, because some people come into your life for a season, and some people come into your life for a lifetime. So you have to also be able to tell who's coming and who's going, and who's just temporary, and who's there to help you, can also help you elevate yourself and help you, you know, sometimes raise your standards, sometimes have you look at situations different, because you could be in a lot of different relationships where you're dealing with bum chicks and bum dudes, right? And so you come across somebody who's not like that. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's your wife or your lifelong relationship, but someone to show you, you know, it is out there. You can have something that's not below average, or, you know what I'm saying, that's, you know, can help you get to that place, because we all are in a process of, you know, being a better version of ourselves every day and grow. And that's just the process. So shout out to the ones who, you know, keep it real and just be like, you know, I'm gonna let you make a choice. Either you want to fool me like this, or you don't. And then if that person say no, then that's beautiful to me. Instead of playing with people's emotions, or, you know what I'm saying, be on some other stuff. But again, like you're saying, making sure I don't really like vetting, because I ain't finna be looking nothing up. I ain't finna be going online doing all that, because usually I'm a pretty good reader. I could just kind of tell. And like I say, I go off my gut and my instinct. So if just something ain't right or whatever the case may be, I'ma just, you know what I'm saying? I could just tap in and tap out real quick and real easy and just keep it pushing. I'm not gonna be
Right, because you're not connected yet.
Right. I'm not finna invest all of
Right.
that into a person who is not, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel is, you know, ready or in that phase to be engaging with me like that.
Correct.
I think a lot of people do not enjoy. I say enjoy. I'm using the word enjoy, but a lot of people do not relish in the fact of whenever you're getting to know a person, that process of when you're getting to know a person, and especially whenever you're getting into that point to where you're getting to know that person and you're vibing with that person, and you're just relishing in the moment. You know what I'm saying? When you're relishing in the moment, don't rush into anything. Get to know that person before you want to take that next step. Because people, man, I done seen so many people, man, just want to skip the steps. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean is, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain myself, but I guess sometimes I have to, you know, for the slow people in the back. A lot of people, man, they're not enjoying the dating process. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not enjoying the company of a person. That's the reason why a lot of people get divorced, because, man, they really don't like the person that they married. And that goes all the way back to them two not really getting to know that person. So in essence, I say to myself, whenever I see me as a single man, when I see couples getting divorces and stuff like that, you really don't know that person. You didn't really take the time to know that person. You really didn't take the time to relish in those steps in the dating process. You know what I'm saying? Talking. That, you know, she really likes this. He really likes that. He don't like that. So, I'm going to make sure he doesn't, see that part. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just, people just want to rush into getting married, rush into things without, liking that person. Man, if I'm gonna marry you, you damn right. I'm gonna like you first. I like you, so I like you. I want to spend time with you because I do like you. I'm going to spend time with you. You know what I mean? Then the love thing comes into play. The love thing comes into play. Then you go forward. You know what I mean? But people just rush into things and not know the person, not get to know the person. I like what you just said, Joe. DR, you brought it out first, and then Joe, you brought it out. Man, you guys talked about communication, and communication is key, but it's more to it. It's comprehension. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I really like it.
I mean, if you think about when COVID happened, what the divorce rate was, and that's because people had to be in the same house together more than 45 minutes. And people was figuring out, I really don't even like you or want to look at you. You know what I'm saying? So these cats was out here getting divorced left and right because they had to be in the same space for a long period of time. And like you were saying, they skipped the foundation of building that relationship, becoming best friends, becoming partners, becoming loyal to one another, being able to just be in a person's presence, and we ain't even got to be doing nothing, but I'm enjoying just sitting here looking at your mug, and I'm okay with that, and you should be okay with looking at mine. You should be in a place where you can just sit and be calm, and ain't nothing got to be going on, but we're enjoying each other's company. And so during COVID, so many people started to get divorced because they skipped building that foundation on solid rock. They just built it on emotions. Oh, I'm into you in the moment. Then they rush and get married, and they don't even like being around each other half the time. So it's a very important key component to building from a foundation and then gradually get into that place where you're unshakable. And like the young lady in the video you were saying, is that that's your person, and you locked in, and nothing should be able to come in between that and shake that without me checking with you and you checking with me. Nobody should be able to come and disrupt any of that without us checking in with each other. So all that stuff, when all that is skipped over, then you left with broken homes, you know, children without the mother and the father there, or, you know, the fighting and the divorcing, and, you know, it causes problems. So if you don't think things through initially from the beginning, then you are left with confusion and chaos. And then you like, what happened? Well, you didn't do it right from the beginning. So you can't blame nobody but yourself.
Exactly. I agree with that wholeheartedly, because, you know, I mean, and I'm talking about because I have failed, right? And I had to get to a place where I had to look to me, not who failed me, right? I had to look to me so I one day could try it again, right? But I'm healed by that point, and I'm not taking my crap
right
to anyone else, because it's nobody else. It's just like, and I've said this in the past, just like nobody else deserves my bad credit from a previous marriage, nobody else deserves my unhealed self either. So anyone who is with me is not going to have none of that. You know, I'm not taking none of that to nobody else, because it's not their responsibility to have, right? So
that's why they call,
agree.
you know, I think it's also important too that, you know, both people come into the relationship whole. I don't have to do a whole lot of compensating for you because you haven't healed yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not able to look in the mirror and be like, I'm cool, I'm good with the choices and decisions that I've made and where I'm going, and, you know, what my future looks like. You know what I mean? And so it does play a big part in that you're not bringing that extra baggage before you deal with that and you work on that, because it's not fair to the other person, because they're like, you know, why are you this way? And, you know, all it just causes confusion. So you can miss out on somebody that who is meant for you, and who is supposed, you know, that you can really have a connection with, but because you have not healed yourself, you know, I'm coming whole, you come whole. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody got their own little issues and different things, but that's the stuff I'm talking about. That's where, you know, compensation can come in, and understanding and working on those things. You know, things can always be worked out if you're willing to work on that things, and really using the tools that you can use to better yourself and be a better version of yourself, then you'll be all right. But if you come in with a whole bunch of mess and then want that other person to stroke you every day, stroke your ego, stroke your, you know, you've been with a whole bunch of dudes that ain't nothing now, I'm something now, but you putting that on me, that's not right, and that's not cool. And then that's when, you know, people go their separate ways, but not saying that person wasn't a good person.
I agree. Especially when you get to a certain age, you know, when you get to a certain age, it's not about growing somebody anymore. Like I said earlier, you know, I mean, come on, like I get to a certain age where I'm not looking to raise another man, you know. It's like you got to come from, you know, healed, or, you know, to a certain degree, because we got to build together. We're going to build together,
really,
but yes.
Or come really, really willing to really do the work. You know, I think in a lot of these relationships, most couples or people, they're not really ready to do the work. They want easy work. You know what I'm saying? They ain't ready for the being in the mud, or, you know what I'm saying? We got to make this happen. We got to pull this together. That's what I'm saying. You got to be able to play chess and be 3 steps ahead, at least thinking that way, so that you can move like you need to move. If you playing checkers step by step, you're gonna always kind of be a little bit behind and not where you need to be, and then that's where you fall short. Then y'all looking at each other crazy, like, well, why you didn't do your part, or why I didn't do my part? No, I was on mine. Where was you at? You know what I'm saying? So you have to just be in a place for that. And if you ain't ready, you ain't ready. And you let them know, like, I'm out here
Right.
slashing. So you on that? Or what you on? So just be honest and be truthful.
True. I agree.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Man, I'm so proud of you ladies and everybody in the chat, man. Man, I don't know what to say, man. Y'all make a OG like myself just so proud to just have a panel. Ro, Joe, DR, everybody in the chat. I'm gonna give a couple commercials. I'm gonna end this thing and then I'm gonna get some final words from you guys. So man, thank all of you guys for coming up. I want to say, first of all, I want to say shout out to the great Ro Sheeta Taylor, T-Cat Commission, for giving me the great artwork that I have. Y'all go subscribe to her. And with that being said, we're gonna go to commercial break. All right, shout out to the great Ro Taylor, T-Cat. Thank you, T-Cat. We love you. You already know what time it is. We love you. Shout out to Thrive and Glow with Joe. You know what time it is, bestie. Shout out to DR. Baby girl, thank you so much for coming and gracing the panel. Thanks for everybody that came into the chat, my mods and all of my day ones and everyone that is ghost watching. Thank you. All right, Joe. What are your final words there, dear? You got some final words? What you got?
I want to make sure everybody knows that we're having that celebration this Friday. Don't anybody forget. We're preparing for that on the back end. I help, I just help. Y'all need to know what I do, but I help. So we're doing that. And then I don't know if you're going to have anything this Sunday. It's Easter Sunday. But we're going to have the all women's panel. I really would love all of you guys to come on through for the all women's panel. That is not this Sunday, but the next. And that's for SBK's all women's panel. He's going to be coming clutch. I just got y'all to know this. He's going to be looking fine, fabulous, and y'all can come through. Y'all can come enjoy the eye candy, and we're gonna do it. So I want to invite all of y'all to come out.
Oh God, you crazy as hell. What you got, Ro? What's up with it? 60K. What's going on, Ro? What you got going on?
Yeah, 60K.
60?
And and I just want to.
Before you say anything, I want to say.
Okay.
This. I want to say I'm proud. Look, we would not be where we need to be as a team if it was not for you. And I want to thank you. I can't thank you enough for our artwork, for our ideas, for everything. And so, Ro, you know what time it is. We love you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? You're family, you know what I'm saying? So you just it ain't nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? So you're just it for us. So y'all go subscribe up to Ro, and all of you content creators, y'all please use Ro Taylor, T-Cat Diva. Go ahead, Ro. Go ahead.
Yes. One thing I want to add, yes, 60K. I am so proud of myself. I'm almost at 100. Okay. And yes, I'll be glad when I get there. But anyway, only thing I want to add is that, just be patient when you get into these relationships with people. Like y'all said, vet them, research them, because next relationship I'm getting in, I'm going to research this man. I'm serious. When you meet the devil, my last boyfriend was the devil. When you meet the devil, you're going to have to research the person. Then, also, just take your time with a person and get to know the person and have fun with it. You don't have to be so serious, in these relationships, and accept that person for that person who they are. And if you got to change a person, that means that you don't love that person 100%. Because you have to fall in love with the good, the bad, and the ugly of a person. It's not just fall in love with the good, also fall in love with the bad and the ugly of the person. If you can't do that, don't waste your time. Move on to next. There's a lot of men and women out here that will love to be loved, And that's my take on it.
Absolutely. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, DR, what you got on it? What's your last words there, sweetheart?
I would say, pick and choose wisely. Like Rose said, take your time. Trust your gut, trust your instincts, and, let your next move be your best move.
Absolutely. Very good. Let your best move, let your next move be the best move. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, man, I want to thank everybody for coming out, man. Wonderful, wonderful chat. It never ceases to amaze me how everybody comes out and shows out, man. And man, I am very grateful for the support that you guys give. Don't forget to support come in Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Tap In Podcast is coming Friday. We are celebrating our 1 year anniversary. So you guys come through. All right. And I want to see you guys come through and grow. We're going to have cash giveaways and so forth. I myself I'm going to start cash giveaways starting next week on the SBK Media channel here. I'm going to start giving away cash giveaways starting at the 1 hour mark and the 2 hour mark. All right. So you guys come through. DR has been cleaning up.
Yeah. Cash happy.
DR been cleaning up. So you guys, look, I'm going to tell you guys have got to stay in the chat in order for you to win these cash giveaways. Nightbot is watching. All right. You guys got to participate. Hey, I want to say shout out to Urban. I'm sorry, bro. Urban.
Hey,
Lounge.
Urban.
Salute to you, bro. Salute. Y'all go subscribe up to my big bro Urban Lounge podcast. So you guys go and subscribe up to him, and you guys tune in to us this coming Friday night. And then on the 27th, I'm going to host an all women's panel. I'm getting ready for you ladies. I'm trying to look, all of you ladies. I am trying to get ready for you ladies because I'm the only man that's going to be on the panel, and Joe almost gave it up here on the panel. But I'm trying to get ready for you ladies. You ladies, I'm ready for you ladies to come up on the panel. All of you ladies that's on the panel right now, I'm expecting you guys to be there on the 27th, and I want you guys to, I want your voices to be heard, and everybody else. Sweet Rita, if you're still listening, I heard what you said this past Friday. I mean, come up on the panel. Your voices will be heard. No men allowed. The man that's going to be on the panel, that's going to be me. I'm going to be hosting the 27th. I'm going to be posting, and I'm going to be reminding you, and I'm going to be letting you guys know it's going down. All ladies panel. Every lady is invited. Your voices will be heard. All right, we're going to be talking about a number of everything under the sun. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I know I'm going to be talking. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. I'm going to be prepared, but I want you guys to bring it. You dig? So, man, I'm so proud of everybody on the panel. I'm so proud of everybody in the chat, everybody that came through, all of my mods, you know what I'm saying? All of my supporters, man. I'm grateful for every single one of you, all right? So, you guys, man, with that being said, your boy SBK is gone.